All right, with the 2017 Yz250f, the main problem with this bike, the customer said he was having, is that the bike start up perfect when it's cold, but after riding for like 10 to 20 minutes, when you cut the bike off, he said the bike will not start. You have to kick it over 50 times or damnly push start it using a car for it to start back up while it's hot. And then another thing that he also said is that, you know, the little oil seal is leaking on his shifter sensor. So I'm gonna do a quick inspection and then we're gonna go from there. All right, y'all, so I went ahead and took the gas tank off, the front radiator covers. So the next thing that I'm gonna do, well, I already checked the fuel pump. The fuel pump is good. You know, it's getting gas and power. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the, you know, I'm just gonna pull the spark plug out, just see how the spark plug looking, just to make sure. And then I'm gonna take the cam cover off and I'm gonna check his timing and make sure his valve clearance is all on point and spec. And then we're gonna go from there. All right, y'all, so I got the spark plug out. The spark plug still nice. As you can see, it's nice and brown. It's not burnt out, so the spark plug is still good. The bike still have nice, strong spark. And so, like I said before, we're just gonna check the valve clearances. So we're gonna start with the exhaust valves in the back. Okay. Okay, that one too tight. His left exhaust valve is too tight. Okay, the right clearance is good. So now we're gonna check the intakes. Tight up in here. Okay, this one is good. That one is good. That right intake valve is good. Not too loose, not too tight. Now we're gonna check the left intake valve clearance. Yeah, see. That's too tight. It's too tight, it's not sliding through. So that's definitely his problem right there of why, you know, when the bike gets hot, when he goes back to start it, it takes too many kicks or it don't start at all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a quick valve adjustment for him. And then we're gonna, you know, check the clearances again. Then we're gonna go from there. All right, y'all, so I done went ahead and adjusted the valves perfectly now. As you can see, the gauge slide through all the grooves nice and smooth. Through all the slots. Nice and smooth. That's how you want it. Nice and smooth. That's the word of the day, nice and smooth. Word of the day, nice and smooth, man. But other than that, we're gonna go from there. All right, y'all, I got everything back together. Now the last thing that I'm gonna do, like I said earlier, is I'm gonna pull this out, you know, and seal that O-ring up, which is causing it to leak right here, give small drops. And then after I do that, we're gonna see if it has a V-touch. We're gonna do a cold start with this bike and we're gonna let it run for 10 minutes. And then I'm gonna cut it off and see if it start up again when it's hot. But other than that, we're gonna go from there. All right, y'all, so I went ahead and took the, you know, the chain case, the engine case guard off, and I took the gear shifter off. And so I got the screws loose on the shift sensor. So the next thing I'm gonna do is just pull it out And then we're gonna look at that, see how that O-ring looking? So we can go ahead and seal up that leak so it won't, you know, give any more small drips on the frame. But then we're gonna go from there. All right, y'all, so when you pull out the shift sensor, this is how the O-ring will look on it right here. So what I'm gonna do is clean up the surface and go ahead and seal it up around here so it won't drip out on the frame. All that dirt, I'm gonna clean all that up, clean the frame up. And then we're gonna go from there. All right, y'all, so I got the seal back in there, got it nice and sealed up. Now, as you can see, I cleaned it up around there, all that dirt and stuff like that, debris. So the next thing, I'm gonna put the gear shifter back on. I'm gonna put the case saver back on, the case guard. And then we're gonna go from there. All right, y'all, so we're gonna do a cold start and a hot start to make sure it's starting while it's flaming hot. I'm gonna let it run for 10 more minutes, and I'm gonna start the video back. Then we gonna see what happens. All right, y'all, I had it on for 10 minutes, and I went to start it again, and now it's not starting. So yeah, see, so what that let me know is that he's having an electrical problem. You know, it could either be, you know, the stator, because when it get hot, it'll have like a shortage in it. The coil, you know, of the CDI box. So his valves are perfect. It's not leaking oil. So now the next step, we're gonna move to which electrical problem it's having, which is causing the bike to cut off when it get hot. But other than that, we're gonna go from there. All right, y'all, so I took the gas tank back off while the motor is hot after it cut off. When it's hot, and just like I expected, it don't have no spark. So it definitely have a shortage. Something is heating up electrically. Like while it get hot, it'll run out of spark. As you can see, now we don't have no type of spark. We don't have no spark at all. Let me turn the light off. It don't have no spark. No spark. Don't see no spark. So that's the problem. He's having something going on that's electrical. While the engine getting hot, something electrically keep giving out. Yep, y'all, and I keep kicking, and there's no spark. No spark getting to the pump. No spark. So that's definitely his problem, y'all. Something electrical. At least we know the valves is adjusted, everything else is in spec, everything perfect. So now we just gonna, you know, find out what's going on. The stator, coil, CDI box, or the wire harness itself. But other than that, we gonna go from there. All right, y'all, so another update. Yeah, it's definitely a shortage in this wire harness, because every time I play with these wires up under here, and then I kickstart it, I see spark. But if I pull the wire, like let it hang out like it's supposed to, it's not gonna spark. So he definitely have a wire harness shortage going on. That's the problem. But other than that, we're gonna go from there.